Okay, so people are having such a wrong perception on the dark zone in the division. Such a wrong fucking point of view in the dark zone. And people are having such a wrong perspective when I'm talking about casual players in the division. Not just in the division, in any game. When I say casual gamer, and when you get insulted, you're not casual. You just do not understand what I'm trying to say. It is such an overused word, it is making me sick. So first, let me just explain to you what casual actually means in the game. Casual player is a player that doesn't give a flying fuck about builds, guides, tutorials, or whatever. He wants to turn on the game and play, to have fun. The biggest amount of casuals are playing Hearthstone on their mobile while they're on the fucking lunch break on the work. The biggest amount of casuals are playing Maiden and FIFA 2020. They do not play games. They do not give a fuck about gaming community. They're just playing the games while they're not drinking beer in a pub and they're not betting on the fucking Manchester United, dude. You know? Those are casual players. Casual player is not the player that is religiously playing the game, but he doesn't have a time to play the game. So when I'm referring to the casuals, and if you are watching the fucking, when you know the meta and when you are giving your best to grind the best gear possible, but you don't have time, that doesn't mean that you're casual. Casual players are players that do not give a fuck about anything. They just wanna see numbers fucking pop on their screen and they're clicking the random fucking keys. Those are casual players, you know? Casual players are the players that completely do not have a perception how pay to win works. Casual players, those like I hope that you have a picture. Playing the game, any game religiously, but not having time to play the game doesn't make you casual player. You just do not understand what casual player means. That's the first thing. So, back on my point about getting your butthole shredded in the dark zone. I see 3. Up. Where are you running? Huh? Where are you running, dude? When I get my butthole shredded in the dark zone, I'm not blaming the lack of time that I can play the game or whatever the hell. When I get my butthole shredded in the dark zone, I actually try to understand why did I got my butthole shredded, to understand his build and how did he destroy me, so I can get good. So I can make my build like his or whatever the hell, you know? In this day and age, people just wanna own, people wanna dominate, people wanna get in and clear the goddamn lobby. You cannot clear the goddamn lobby if you don't have gear, you know? And right now, my build is not that bad. My build is not that bad. I have damage, I have tankiness, I can go in dark zone and solo squads, but there are still builds out there. I mean, there are builds out there because I haven't played the game for 7 months. But there are insanely good builds that are simply better than mine.
What the fuck is this though?
Skill power. This is one of those builds that I'm saying. Insane skill power damage. One shot from the mine. Am I gonna talk shit to the guy that owned me? No, man. I'm gonna try to talk with him or try to figure out by myself why his build so fucking good. And that is making that healthy sportsmanship, you know? When you get inside of a dark zone and you don't have time to get a good gear, I understand your frustration because this guy is no lifing the living shit out of the game, right? If you know how to build the proper build, the division is not that difficult game to have a good gear. If you know how to get it, if you know how to build your build, you know? So going inside of a dark zone with a casual mindset, I just wanna see numbers fly. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have a bad time in the game. If you're in that other branch where it is not that you're casual, you just don't have time to get gear, you're not gonna be fucking mad on getting your butthole shredded. You're gonna try to understand why the hell did you got your butthole shredded. And trust me, if you just pay attention on builds, you're gonna make your build to work, you know? They're all dead! Dead!
Where'd the other guy go?
Yesterday, I went inside of a dark zone to PvP solo. There was one guy, he was shredding 10 of us. I was not rushing him to talk trash how he's cheating or how he's a fucking no-life. I tried to understand how his build works. I opened Inspect, I've seen his gear, and I realized perfect Berserk, perfect Clutch, HP, build, Pyromancer AR, Firewall specialization, and he was dominating because he was playing his build. He was sitting in a fucking CQC situation and he was flaming us while we were destroying his shield. And then he was shredding all of us because his perfect Berserk and Clutch were triggered. I understand how his build works, and now next time when I met him in the dark zone, I know why he was destroying 10 of us. Because of a CQC situation. And his kryptonite is mid-range fight. And the centered talent on the mess. I understand how his build works. And next time when I meet him, trust me, I'm not gonna die. Because I know how his build fucking works. His build is fucking amazing. For the certain fucking thing. You just need to open your mindset a little bit differently. Stop blaming your lack of time. Stop blaming your fucking whatever. If you understand how somebody else's build works, you will be able to win. Trust. And then the next PvP encounter in the dark zone that I went, the guy didn't have that good gear. He had the gear like I did, and I got owned because he had a better character movement. He had a better character movement, and that requires fucking time. But I was still not blaming him or whatever the fuck. I just understand that his character movement was better than mine was, and that's why I died. And that's pretty much it. You just have to get good. You know? Just have to get good. So, it is not even that big of a thing to avoid the dark zone because you have a crappy gear. I mean, it is. But understanding how other builds are working and understanding character movement is much more important than actually having the best in slot gear. You know? The best example is normalization, right? And also, there was also a lot of misconceptions about me talking shit about the normalized gear. Oh, you should get good, scrub. You're not that good if you cannot beat people in dark zone. There is no normalization. That is not my point. My point is... Where is my drone? Where the fuck did my drone go? In the skirmish mode. Skirmish mode. When you're playing 4v4. I have nothing against normalization. Nothing against. In the 4v4 encounters, in a skirmish, while normalized mode was active, ask anyone that watched my stream when the Division 2 was out. Out of my 10-hour run on the skirmish, like 10-hour stream, we were grinding skirmishes, for example, out of 200 wins, we lost 5 times. But the problem with the normalization comes is when there is 4v5 or 4v6 or 4v7. Then normalization is trash. And then you need the skill, then you need the gear gap, statistical gear gap to win 4v6 and 4v7 and 4v8. Because when the normalization is active, the only time when normalization is fine by me is in the balanced size of a team PvP. 3v3, 2v2, 1v1, 4v4. Anything else than that, normalization fucking sucks deck. And that's why I'm against normalization in the dark zones. But normalization in skirmish is perfectly fucking fine by me.
I'm gonna circle with pretty cups. Pretty cups, okay. I'm gonna circle with pretty cups. And that's not you. I'm gonna circle with pretty cups.